Well, good evening. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew, which are my divine panel, which are my consisting of angels of love and light, the specific 8, if not more. Welcome back to Divinely Intervene as needed for the highest good, aka my highest good. So it is 11:22 p.m. and we are on the verge of Manifestations Monday. I think Labor Day as well, a holiday in which I'm getting spiritually paid for. It is a paid holiday according to what I do for spirit. What do you want to say about this? There's a lot to report. I wasn't supposed to get back on here. I think, but there's something that I have to report. It's kind of freaking weird. First off, I had quite a few dreams. Ouch. Quite a few dreams. They were creepy, weird. Like I was at a celebrity's house. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but it was at a celebrity's house, and I found out that they were far more. Hold on, give me a second. Can I talk about it? Give me a second. I want to know. Shall I talk about it without calling out who it is? 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, no harm, no foul. I can talk about it. So it was like, for some reason it was like creepy already, but then I had to use the bathroom real quick. Just, I don't know, it was just like a quick use to use the bathroom, maybe pee or I don't know what, but like it was booby trapped, like it was like pranked out, like the toilet paper was rolled up, but in it's rolled up, like there was already feces on it. Not talking about like what is it, like streaks of feces on it. No, like piles, like dung on it, on the interior, and the faucets weren't running correctly, and there was just like, it was just like when I looked around, there was like feces like almost everywhere. It was crazy. And then there was there another bathroom was like there was like so much like sewage in what do you call it, like, you know when a toilet gets clogged and it just sits there, that's like where the bathtub area was. It was just kind of like that, and it was pulling up that's whatever you would see in the toilet in the bathtub, and it was just, it was so, I don't understand where it came from. And again, in the same, like every single bathroom had like feces all over the toilet paper. So it was just like, it was some kind of like prank or something, but it was morbid, like gross. I don't even understand why I would have that kind of a dream. Especially like when there's like repetitions in dreams, it's usually like during different sessions within one's lifetime, or like certain phase of somebody's life, not repetitions within the same dream, within the same like characterization of, you know, people. So it was just, it was really weird to me. And then when I realized who it was, like whose house it was just like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even converse with that person. I don't even like, it's just weird to me how that would have transpired. But I wouldn't have gotten on here for that simple thing. It was strange, it was off the wall, yeah, I know. But I was out today for, I don't know, a few hours for a personal thing with my family, and my camera devices logged off, like they were offline for a few hours. And it never, ever, ever happens that way. And I have 2 different camera systems, and they both logged off. And when I got the notification, it was already 40 minutes into being offline. And when we corrected it, it didn't show any record of even while we were at the house. Like, even what, it was weird. Like, it should have only shown like maybe an hour of offline time. But instead it was like 8 hours. And so it's just really strange. My cameras are not acting correctly. So that tells me that there was somebody, like, you know, meddling in my home. And I don't understand. Like, at first it sickened me because I know what kind of creeps there could be. But then I realized it's more of like a security issue. Like, what business do they have, you know, snooping around or messing around in my home? And definitely it's not just a privacy concern, it's a safety concern. So I don't understand, like, why, like, what the frick just happened? And so I have to believe that the divine, like, spirit, has something greater in mind for me. So it's more of like a ... This thing is happening for me, and we're just gonna let things unravel and see what happens. Oh, I forgot. Like, this. This is another thing of my props here. So what. I know I should get to the cards, but whatever the frick. I wasn't supposed to get on here anyway. I was supposed to go on my hiatus and, like, find myself and do whatever I'm supposed to do to, like, figure out what the next stages are in my, you know, advancement in life. And I don't think this is going to prohibit it, but, like, I should really be focusing on my stuff. Like, I want to see what, I don't know, I just, it's, if the answer currently is that by default, if I'm extricating myself from here, from adding on new information, then I would be seizing that power back for myself, and using that to advance myself personally. Since like I realize, you know, nobody's gonna be like, not that I really thought this, but, like, it was partially, you know, told, like, certain teamwork kind of like, I don't know if anybody has the balls to, like, sign me on, or, you know, partner with me formally. Like, I don't think anybody, like, from what I've seen thus far on, like, a regular basis, you know, in the material world, not just, like, undercover, I don't know if anybody has the balls to do, like, I don't know, I just haven't seen that as of yet. And I don't mean this as a diss, I just, I don't know, I just, like, in the material business world, as far as partnerships and signing me on, and it just hasn't happened. So I've got to figure out something else. And personally, this is not to talk smack on others, but I don't think I want to go the route of, I don't know, like, today I listened to several pieces of advice on, like, business minded people. They were females, and one in particular. And I thought I'd try the route of listening to what other people had to say, since they were well recognized or faked it really well online. And I don't know. There's something about it where it's like I already know all of those things. Why would I give them a pedestal, a podium, thinking that, I don't know, they've got the numbers, they've got the accolades, they've gotten certain gigs and jobs. They have certain things where, like, it shows on a piece of paper what they've done. They have people who will come up to bat for them, like, on, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, on a live LinkedIn forum type of venue. So they've got those kind of partnerships. But yet still, when it comes down to the mentality, the understandings, the teachings, the attitude, there's nothing that I'm doing that's different from, like, how do I say it? There's nothing that they're doing superior to me on that level. So, and that's just the truth of it. I'm not trying to take down anybody. I just realized, like, I gave that an opportunity. I gave that a chance. It was worth a temporary engagement to just to discern, like, if I'm missing anything. And I realized, no, just everybody has their time. And I'm going to look at these people as in alignment with the same type of interests and objectives, just kind of like alternative support figures rather than mentors. And I really don't mean that like in a catty way at all. I just trying to be selective with how I place others in my life, and giving accolades to myself and how far I've come. So I felt like it was important to sit down on these like free sessions and see what the differences and similarities are, and then I can move forward like how I feel best. So I'm not going to get all hung up in comparisons. I just know I have a separate path, and so far it's led me to some great workings, not just for myself. The results are definitely abundant in its sharing. So that's where I'm at. I was not thrilled with someone messing with my, and possibly breaking into my home, trespassing. I'm neither thrilled about that on a physical, nor even in hindsight realizing this, spiritual, how do you say it, within occultist measures. I don't appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, it's different if someone is transparent and they're giving you the respect of a sit down and one-on-one with you, and just saying, hey, look, I think this is This is really for your best interest, and these are our objectives, and are we aligned, you know, or not, you know, just to gain my consent and understanding. So I have to say that even if it's for the intent of my highest good, I don't appreciate the lack of transparency there. I just don't appreciate it. And I don't think it's correct of anyone to do that. So there's that. And I think for recording purposes, it's important for me to address this and find out what the frick just happened, and basically how is it for me. So on the primary cards, I got let me see this here. Actually it was this one, yeah. Left hand, I got the Justice card in reverse, and then on the right hand is Six of Cups. So this is a good thing. These are energetics showing up for me undercover. To correct things. So it's like I redlined some things, and I'm sharing them with my colleagues, my peers, who are at a kinship level. You see? I don't know why it looks like these things are like sardines, you know, these diva spirits. But these are just like sharing observations. There's a peacock here and a swan, white lotus flower. So definitely this feels like my lotus flower crew, or white lotus crew. Okay. So this is like keep in touch, like etheric pen pals, energetic here. Now, before I get to the other two cards, I feel compelled to say, like, this is funny. I thought this might help lighten the atmosphere while being practical. This is obviously Band-Aids covering up the, you know, my pickings, or, you know, the mendings of such areas. And I notice they really do help on sealing certain wounds. And it's very helpful at this time to keep them like this when the weather is allowing for it, so that it doesn't prohibit me from exercise, or at least light exercise, so that the sweat doesn't get all like I find it very helpful. However, I'm being resourceful and using whatever I have. And so even though I have several boxes of Band-Aids, I'm using like the oldest ones. And they are so old that the wrappers have disintegrated. So they flake off on the outskirts. And to the point that every single part of it, besides the actual Band-Aid, disintegrates, and the back part of it does not come off. You see, like, that's why you see all these white things here. So luckily there's only like 60 Band-Aids in there, so I had a few days roll through to use what I basically have. Like, I'm not just gonna throw a box of Band-Aids that are perfectly good just because of its aesthetic, like, ew. And so that's what's going on over here. So when I go out, I have to, like, I was wearing a scarf. And I was like, because it was just like, I didn't want to show. I didn't want to show all that stuff. But anyway. What do we want to say here? Excuse me. Let me see if this will pin its stuff down there. Does that work? I like it. I like it. It's good. All right, so the other two cards, when I got readjusted in the placement of this thing and decided to turn off like this blaring light, because all I saw was just shiny. Just shiny right there. And no. Just one too many annoyances. So on the right side, I have 7 of Pentacles here. An area of patience. And then on the right side is the new moon card, or aka the full moon card in reverse. It's Samhain. So what do you want to say about this? Things will unfold accordingly. You know, if we're looking at what the frick just happened, and what's for me, usually the moon card in reverse is a pronounced level of illusions. So there are lies, deceits, like things that are just that go bump in the night that mean to collide with you. And when I'm hearing this is spooky dookie, I don't know what the heck that means. Okay, but with like any possible threats here lingering beneath the surface. So this is an element of being patient with just letting things like slide, you know? This is like Yoda's way of picking battles, where it's allowing things to slide, you know, just like, okay, you go and like wander off into your wonderful abyss of karmic whatever debts, because those are deep pockets right there. Okay, so you just do whatever the frick you want. I'm not going to give you any attention. And then but then on the same note, it's just like it's learning, like taking the time for what you need to do, even if it's rest, even if it's doing this like internet workshop where you're reviewing other business mindsets one at a time. You're giving these people the platform, the forum, this podium in your personal life to see what they have to offer. And so sometimes it's just a process of elimination. Sometimes you just don't vibe within a certain phase of your life, so it's just not for you at a particular time, and that's just probably the most fair I could speak to it, because I don't know these people. I like, they seem to have the numbers, they seem to have like, you know, a portfolio that they can attest to, that other immediate people can attest to. But do we know those people too? I mean, they're not like these heightened names like Bill Gates or I don't know, I guess within the field, like maybe Tony Robbins, or, you know, like it's not like a household name like Johnson and Johnson. They're just new cats in the field that have like something that they can present that's undeniably shows practice and proven success. And I don't know, when I speak to this, I have to be very, very careful, because I'm not discounting whatever it is that they're presenting, but at the same time, like I have to give myself a certain platform too. And And so it's just being patient and taking the time, whatever it is that you need to do for the process of elimination or process of integration, because you have the right intentions. You're getting the downloads, Tina. Like, you have Anubis by your side. On the transitory state, this is showing development in its transformation period. So it takes time. And in its previous reading, it takes a village. So this is still good, especially with this as its prefix. Like I said, I didn't plan this. I was just trying to readjust and not get too hung up with props or the aesthetic value of it. Like, when I do readings, like, seriously, when I'm wearing a tank top, I'm just like, how do I feel? Do I see anything? Like, without my glasses, if I don't want to pay attention to too much of this or too much of that. But then upon the review process, sitting as an audience kind of member, I'm a lot more critical. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that my necklace was all twisted. I didn't see, like, this hair was just like doop. I didn't see, like, all, you know, my rollouts. I didn't see any of that. And it happens, like, dude, like, seriously, like, it feels like 80% of the time I don't know what's going on physically because I don't see it here even with the glasses on. So let me see if I can put my glasses on. Oopsie. All right. Okay. So it is crisper, but I still don't see everything. Yeah, I don't see everything, but that's okay. It's still all good. Okay. All right. So what the frick just happened for me? In the Divine Panel, is there anything else that you want to say with regards to this? Anything specific? Or do you want it to be all a surprise? The Goddess, it's Empress in reverse. Dun, dun, dun. Undercover, I'm well honored, you know, well cared for. You see? Undercover, just being objective. I think people are allowing me some room, like some space. I can't speak for everyone, just like I said in the beginning, I think there are some trespassers. Like, why would all of my cameras go offline for at least an hour, and when it got resolved, technically it should have been all corrected, it blanked out 8 hours, like 7 additional hours. What's the reasoning for that? I don't know. So let me get a clarifier for this. What am I going to say on my Divine Panel? 5 of Pentacles fell on the wire on the doing side. Okay, so it's a waterfall. You remember September? There's like a windfall, you know? So it's weird to see that on the 5 of Pentacles. Sometimes the 5 of Pentacles is situational. It's not like a minority of the tangibles. You know what I mean? Like, this is not always having to do with physical resources. Sometimes there are situations like multiple props, like a conglomerate of energetics that are like, it's like a big throwdown. So when I say a throwdown, it's like a lot of people are being punished at this time, but they're on the other polar opposite end of this is that like the people that deserve well for them, it's coming in like a massive flow. So 5 of Pentacles, in speaking of like its primary situational like messaging that I received, is sometimes you're thrown to the whims of certain energetics. Like there's like something that hits you almost like, is it sporadically? It's just, it feels like it's out of like random. It's unexpected for sure, in its particular moment. So there's this rush that comes in, and when you're supposed to think fast, it's like you're kind of grasping for things. You know what I mean? Like, this is almost like tidal wave where, like, what do? Like, you only have seconds to think about this. How agile are you in movement and in way of thought? Because your attitude is almost like not even secondary, but like tertiary. What are your instincts? You know, like sometimes attitude doesn't have time to kick in. It's just fight or flight. So there's something about that there. That's really weird. And I don't know what that means. I don't even, like, this can be a little scary from the way I described it. Because, you know, the Empress could mean like somebody that's like in reversal, somebody that's completely foul, somebody who has occultist powers, or even like has ownership over a certain realm, like a certain boss that has many that report to her. And again, this is a feminine energy, a foul feminine energy, but it could be also in a male or non-binary, however you like situate yourself. This is an energetic. And so this could be somebody that's completely foul, that doesn't deserve their position, that's absolutely undeserving of it. So I just know where I'm at. Like, so the Windfall is very startling, miraculous for some, and almost murderous for others. So what do you want to say? Something about the rush. Is it motorcycle something? I don't. It's something. That song. It's traveling somewhere. Could be anywhere. There's a coldness in the air, but I don't care. Life goes on. Life goes deeper, something like that. It's not that song. It drifts deeper, or I don't know. Okay, so that's strange. Okay, so let's revert back to me, because I asked about me, and what the frick just happened for me? Two of Cups in reverse and Four of Cups. So this is in total maybe Six of Cups. But it could also revert to Two of Cups, minusing out two. So whether it's plus or minus, it's still beneficial for me. The Four of Cups is having to make a decision. Like, this is, I don't know, what kind of decision do I need to make? Like, what is that? Like, what is this? Weird. So I think, okay, let's settle down here. Not get angry, because I think that may cloud the reading. Four of Cups. In its hidden aspect, especially with As Above in the Book of Shadows Tarot, is being perfectly positioned to make the the best decision. Like, it's the multiple choice answer, you know, like the multiple choice question, and therefore leading to the exacting answer. It's, you see? This is somebody, they don't look distressed and like, I don't want to play with you anymore, or having like the ill attitude. This is being cornered into a specific position where 4 walls meet, where, you know, like 4 ends meet within, like, being cornered. Ceiling, floor, 2 walls, cornered, okay? You have to go one way, and it's very specific. So, and it's obvious. 2 of Cups in reversal. So either way you look at it, Tina, what just happened is there's like a, instead of a turning point, it's kind of being, you know, like how they say you're shoved into one corner, like you're, it's kind of like the nosebleed seats of a very small space in like a show or something. So it's like you're up against the wall to make certain decision. And you know what? You're going to know exactly what the right decision is, because everybody has their time. And I feel like this is, they're telling me, like, I'm cornered into like this wall without a dunce cap to say that either I have 4 minus 2 cups, so that's really just still 2 of cups right there. Partnerships, like great bonds. Or 4 plus 2, which is 6 of cups, which is what we saw right here, which is kinship energy, past life energy. You know, like I know you, we go way back, that kind of energy. So it's definitely for me. That's what it's saying, that I have really great upcoming connections. They're magnetized to me either way. Oh my goodness, that's great. That's good. All right, anything else that you want to tell me, my divine panel? On the left side of my footstool is 12. It's the circle, definitely, see? This is also being objective in a large panel. So, but it's exclusive panel. It's like 1 per species, 1 representative per species. So, I mean, this is a very good thing. As being part of the inner circle, not just having my own inner circle. This is a group of elite occultist energies, like the top of the top. So the thing is, the important thing here is to know that, Tina, in your past phases of life, in the work arenas, people have made it personal, like middle management has made it personal to throw down with you because of power trips, power plays. So even though you were admitted and highly spoken of within this echelon energy, those at a lesser degree were acting at a lesser degree, even lesser than what role they were admitted into. So there's a natural refinement process of the overall system with my admittance. So there's multiple advantages in having me included, because overall, like, the core energy is meant to be all-inclusive with those that are within the same energetic intent. So this is kind of going through the energetics with a fine-tooth comb, also with the addition of what I bring to the table other than that. So they're saying, because you're at this level, you're not just admitted and, you know, well spoken of in this, from on this level, but now you are included as one of like the seating arrangements. You are now seated at the table, so you don't have to worry about what other people are going to say, like at the lower ranks. They hold nothing over you, Tina. That's on the recipient side. Like, it's okay. So that's wonderful. 10 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups facing the elemental of water. Yeah, very, very well celebrated. This is not just the Gatorade cup like splash energy. This is the vibe of it. Like when you're in the splash zone of, let's say, SeaWorld or whatever, like that's like that's the most fun area, right? It's like the log ride, okay? It's, you know, that primary seating where you get the gosh, there's some perverted people here. But yeah, there's where there's the most action for sure. The biggest vibe there. And the Queen of Cups is feeling things out, like the weather, knowing what's coming. And this is absolutely correct. This is what's coming for me. 10 of Wands in reverse, that's pocketing like all of these connections, which is being able to harness and amplify, kind of like working as an antenna for all of these connections. Like they're all lit, but it's all well managed without having any kind of burdens or chips on the shoulder. I'm very well trusted to be able to manage this amount of energy, and so it's naturally well celebrated. Like, how could you not? This is also like, if you're snowboarding or whatever, this is like the what do you call it? The fresh snow on the top. So it's the most ideal conditions to like just go with it. The actual ride. So this is the most ideal conditions. Hitting fresh snow. It's almost magical. Like with like, it's just total a vibe. Totally a vibe is what you're saying. So this is great. This is really great. So I feel like in giving the opportunity to just sit down and listen to what other options there are, I just realized, process of elimination, that certain routes are just not for me. And so I'd say that giving the opportunity to put myself through what I just, just sitting in and listening, I would say energetically, that was more stressful in putting pressure on myself to deliver, to say, to prove to people that I'm of a certain quality or value. And I know with how I practice that either you see it or you don't. And if you don't get it, then you're just not at the stage of that line of sight. You were not in alignment. And whether I stand here or there, that's factual, you know? So I've learned over the course of decades that you can't force people into alignment with where you're at. Doing so is kind of just buying yourself time and holding, just giving yourself, yeah, more time to hope to like things clicking eventually. And I'm tired of fooling myself. I'm tired of wasting time on that scheme. So, all right. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel? What the frick is happening for me? Okay. 20 and 10. So this is initiation in reversal here, or karma, judgment in reverse, and then 10 of cups also in reversal. I caught it with like the clip of my right wrist. So this is manifestation at like this root chakra level of manifestation. Okay. This is 20 and 10. 2010 is an angel number for me. But it's also striking the record as 10, 10, 10. Triple X. What do you say about this? So, something's about to roll out. Like it's final judgment, but it's also an evolution of the Nine of Cups energy. So I've been receiving the Nine of Cups in reverse, like redefinition, amendments on the terms and conditions to what makes me happy, which is totally valid. This is not a finicky energy. This is more like, oh, we're up for a renewal. Let's reestablish the terms according to the environment and the conditions that we're at, and see what works. And so I didn't foresee this happening, but this is not just a redefinement of the Nine of Cups energy, like what makes you happy, satiated, fulfilled, etc. But the evolution to the Ten of Cups energy is definitely massive developments, especially pairing it up with karma. This is like the study buddy, like this is the hold your hands and cross the street kind of energy. Like we're in this together, like we're looking out for each other. And so this is really, really good energy. This is absolutely being like so thrilled, happy. Like this is like I said, the rush of 10 of, you see it, like the what do you call it? Waterfall energy. So this is almost like a tidal wave. I don't know why they said this, but you know, like you know, in shoot, sometimes I go to the beach like randomly. This happened maybe like 2 or 3 times in my whole lifetime, with X amount of times that I've gone to the beach. And I used to go a lot. And but just at different times of the day. And I noticed that there are certain times, like the red tide. They're saying red tide. But like there are like these prawns or something that wash up on the beach. There's like these tons of them that, I don't know, tons is I don't know, like, because I haven't spent hours to like see, like, do the count, but a lot. Sea life that I haven't seen before, and then all of a sudden it's all washed up. So it's kind of like that, like a red tide of like overabundance, like you know what I'm hearing? Urge overkill. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Okay, what's the clarifier for that? Okay, I want to see what's in the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords in reverse. Something is about to be, like, known, pinned down. like a new place on Google Maps, like, you know, just something, I don't know, I usually don't get that, but what's behind that? Eight of Cups in reverse, so that's it's a comeback, it's a return, it's oh, this is a spell work, like, you know, certain rituals that were done, so this is, it's messaging back, like it's manifesting. Something's about to be pinned down. 10 of Swords. Yeah, like, you called it, Tina. You called it. It's weird, because, like, these energetics right here, I think those are 8, like, spirit diva energies around it, around the cauldron. Sitting, like, spa style. I guess this is a bridal party. Anyway, are the same energetics here, but like a more vibrant, darker blue. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now it's 10. It's weird because this is Cups energy and this is air energy. That's yeah, so this is water and air energy here. There's like precipitation in the air. There's like a fog that is not seen but felt. And the fog is good because it's like a cool mist in the air. Like there's dew in the air. Do you see? Not humidity really. This is like a cold like mist. Ideal temperature for like plants that love humidity. It's like a cool, I don't know how to describe it. But that's definitely it. That's 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords energy slotted, like that. This is a 10 of Cups energy slotted into the 10 of Swords energy. And this is absolutely calling it because it's duplicated. You see the 10 in here, and it's the same exact card that she's pulling right there. So it's like Judgment too. 10 and the 10 there. And she has all of the aces pulled right in front of her. So this is quite masterful. And I forgot what I said about these things. Shoot. Oh, redefinition, okay, of happiness and evolution of that. Well developed. And then something's about to be pinned down. Manifestation's coming to fruition, and it just absolutely slaying, like on the dot, on the mark. Get set, go. And elemental of air. That's the charm of air energy. So this is get ready, get set, like no, like, but it's in the knowing. Like there's something of what? There's more cards to like to spit out, basically. Hmm. 3, 4, 5, 6 cards are out. Pendulum. 6 of Swords. Calm. Chill. They said that I'm gonna know because it's 6 of Swords in reverse. So just chill, because you're gonna know. When you know, when it's time to know, you're gonna know. Okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to respect it and not pull the other card. Okay, so no secret to my sauce is Page of Pentacles. Okay. It doesn't show any pentacle that's being held here. But it does show, again, the lion cub's hands. It's definitely looking like lion cub hands. So what's beneath that? So it's kind of just a new start, like a new investment. It's very like just like shrug your shoulders, okay, you know. What? Weird. Oh, there's that pentacle. Whoa, this is big. This is big. This is a big start. Like, Tina, this is a huge start, but it's like, you know, you can come in like a child's spirit and like, oh, this is great, this is good, okay. But like the pentacle for this page, representative of me, deserves its own page. The page deserves its own page for its freaking pentacle. Do you see that? Like, that's insane. That's crazy. This is in with the seasons too, like to every turn. It's kind of like you have your own inner compass, and to every turn, even though it might like be this wild card of like you're spinning like in this like circus where people are gonna throw like you feel like maybe darts are gonna be thrown at, like knives are gonna be thrown at you while you're spinning or whatever. But like as you're spinning, you're hitting the spot within each season, so you're winning it constantly, and the knives are kind of like distraction. With all of this energy prefixing it, like, Tina, nobody can outsmart you on this. Like, you have the divine, ultimate divine on your side. And even though you might look like this little, like, kitten cubby kind of energy, people are severely mistaken. And, you know, if they want to step into those errors, and then that's their prerogative in their learnings, you know. But, like, just rest assured, Tina, this is definitely an all for you type of period, an era. I want to know what's beneath that. It's like, that's a lot already, but King of Wands in reverse. I feel like that's an underground like networks. But let's see here. Queen of Swords in reverse. I think underneath the surface, there's a lot of maturity within me. Okay, it might not be completely visible at first glance, or even the second or third or fifth or whatever, but beneath the surface, there's a huge maturation of my networks and of my knowing, but I don't like hang it over people's heads, nor do I put it like shove it in their faces. And because these resources are resources, they're not meant to be like like, how do I say it, abused in its implications, you know what I mean? Like, you resource them as they're needed, Tina, but you don't have to reference them if they're not relevant to the environment, you know what I mean? Like, these are this is kind of like the resources of don't talk about it, be about it. So don't reference me, just use me, just apply me, you know what I mean? That's what they're saying here. Okay, so that's that. All right, I think that's it for now. What are my 3 takeaways for this reading now that it's, oh gosh, 58 minutes and 45 seconds. Takeaway number 1. This is the, oh wait, it's facing this way. Okay, so this is a special invite tarot card. So it's about to happen. I'm about to get the invite. I'm gonna get a clarifier for that. I don't know about 4 of Swords in reverse. So this is welcoming to an arena that is more stable than the last, is what they're saying. What? That's weird. Are you sure? What? Huh? Or there has been a lot of considerations provided within this invite. Like, people have, like, you know, slept on it for a day or 2, see if it digested well. Does this really make sense? And then they there's the invite. But let me get a verification for that. Let me see your ID. Okay. 7 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, this is very much custom made because the 7 of Wands isn't quite the humbling here, but this is more so. Again, 6 of Wands right behind you, those that support you, those that are equally as victorious, and they're your support crew. So your singular wand is up front, Tina, and that's a focal point energy. So this is very much custom in its considerations of invite. So I'm the, what is it, exception to the rule, and kind of exception to not just the rule like as in standard, but rule as in the victors, you know, the, that is very different. Okay. Okay, so that's takeaway number 2. What is my, takeaway number 1? What's my takeaway number 2? I think that's actually a blend of takeaway number 2. Because there's an invite, and then there's, you know, special considerations. Like, that, those are 2 kind of separate things, but anyway, let's see. Transformation, is what it's called for the Chariot card in reverse. So something, yeah, so there's something's pending. Like, I know it's September, but like I know some, like there's a lot of things that are happening. Something's like digesting right now. Okay, let's pull the clarifier for that. Maybe there's 2 here. I don't know. What was the other one? Healing. Okay. 3 of Wands. So it's coming. It's coming. Like, we're coming, Tina. Chill out. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Shh. Shh. Okay. It's digesting. It is. Okay. That's kind of crazy weird. How am I to receive it? We'll get one more. Like, how am I to receive it? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Just chill. Do not poke at it. That's why I freaking put these things on me, because I'm like, I'm just gonna keep like scratching it. Whether or not I have a mirror to look at, I'm just gonna feel it out like Braille. Like, what can I peel off? Like, it's, Tina, just leave it, okay? It's okay. It's happening, okay? The healing process is happening. Okay, hold on. So that's what they're saying. So give me a second. Okay. So takeaway number 3 for me is what? King of Cups, upright, or Crone of Cups. Anyway, Crone of Water. Look, I am seated at the table. Look at that. Look at that. But my heart is feeling like cramping, and I don't. It started like in the beginning, but it's kind of lingering, and I don't think it's anybody trying to attack me. And if they are, then they're really weak, or they're weakening in their power. But I don't think it's that. I think it's like somebody that's hurting. Somebody that's hurting. Like they're going through some type of grief. It's a kind of grief that like strikes your heart, like it hurts. But I don't have any like cognitive things to link up with that. So all the more reason for me to remain objective, because this is just an identifier of what energetics are around me. So that, you know, like when you read the room, this is kind of like the same thing. Yeah, I feel like that. But the deep breaths definitely help. So I think that's one way to, that's overlooked, like what do you call it? discounted in its benefits. Like deep breathing is just like kind of petting your nervous system and saying like, it's okay, it's all right, okay? Like with each breath, that's what it feels like. Yeah, because it does soothe it. So I definitely feel like there's somebody going through some kind of like heartbreak. Yeah. King of Cups is Spirit's energy. It's Jesus Christ. It's Christ consciousness. It's very highly intuitive, psychic type of energetic. But again, you know what to do with as the recipient and being let in on someone else's feelings. You know yourself very well, and you don't allow it to, like, the emotional bodies, intuitive bodies, you don't let that hinder, but rather supplement your progress. So that's what the King of Cups is about here. That's my takeaway, that I have that support, not just carry those energetics. The clarifier to that is Nine of Cups. Independence. It's kind of like the cash cow mentor. I don't know, like, look, it's not the only cow in the neighborhood, but it's definitely the only one that has the gnomes surrounding it. So there's 3, 6, 9 gnomes around it. This is having something, I don't know why. This is the cow. I'm hearing to cow. But it's, that's kind of interesting. So, you know what I'm also seeing, like, in, like, a distant energetic, is, you know, like the white buffalo, the prophecies of the white buffalo, and I think there's a second one born, a third one, but it's heralding times of great change, but for the better. And so this is, while this is not the only cow, it's the only white cow. You see? So it's within the same sentience of, like, species, so like the cousin of, you know, very, very similar is what they're saying. So, that's that. Okay, one more clarifier for that, and we're gonna close this reading. It's the World card. It's absolute closure, like, well done, happy ending. You can look at it from all sides and from, you know, all angles, not just different parties. But this is a good representation of a wholesome atmosphere of closure that is for the best interest of all. So, that's being thorough, you know. When let's say when you're trying to capture a good mentor, you want someone that isn't just skillful and there's, like, and within the same ethics, but also is comprehensive in bringing, like, the oomph to the table. So it's very well rounded, but seeing, like, it's thorough and continuous. So it's with the natural rhythms of growth and expansion. So it's not just like, here's the materials, you know, and you just kind of, you're left off on your own. This is something that's long-term in its growth. It's not just a transaction. The comprehensive value just like keeps on giving, like from one phase to the next of its circular pattern within its rotations. So, yeah, that's what they're saying there. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally. Thank you. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, to pass through, yeah, I call back all of it, from those who generate, call upon, cast, bear, bring, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansing through blessings, and then to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachments except for all bonus points included. Yes. Now this reading is officially over. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out and light and love echoes of portals in this reading. Now.